What's going on, guys? Austin Zaback here with another luxury house tour. Today we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, 10 minutes from the Vegas Strip. We're about to tour a state-of-the-art contemporary masterpiece designed by the world-famous photographer Peter Lik and developed by Jewel Homes. Now, the stats of the property include 4 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, 2 half bathrooms, and it sits at 5,101 square feet. The house is currently on the market for $4,105,000. Now I'm excited to take you on the tour, but first I want to thank Gavin Ernstone with Simply Vegas for letting us tour this spectacular listing. And as always, I'll leave all of his information down in the description below. Now let's go ahead and get started. So I want to go ahead and I want to get started talking about the exterior of the home. So as we walk right through the driveway, I actually love what they did here with the concrete, with the individual slabs. And the first thing that I notice when I look at the exterior is all of the beautiful wood paneling throughout. And it contrasts with this smooth stucco finish. And then obviously we have all of our desert landscape. Now, the clean lines of this house were actually inspired by Mediterranean architecture. So let's go ahead and take everybody right around here towards the front door. And as we walk over towards the front door, the first thing that I notice right directly in front of me is floor-to-ceiling glass windows. And directly in front of the floor-to-ceiling glass windows, we actually have more wood paneling. And I believe that's probably for privacy reasons and also to block out some of the natural light, yet still get a ton of it. So we've actually got a ton of privacy as we walk here through the front into the courtyard. We have this huge steel pivot gate. We have a camera right there in front, so we can make sure that we see everybody that is coming in and out. And we also have a keypad on that pivot gate. And right over here to the left, we have this really cool big piece of stone, and it really is a work of art, okay? We've got the lights shining up, and I'm sure it looks absolutely gorgeous at night. And it actually sits right in front of this entire wood paneled wall, which again is contrasting over to my right with that smooth stucco finish. And also we've got this massive steel framed horizontal window looking right into the kitchen, which we'll check out here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and make our way inside. So you'll notice as soon as we walk into the home, you've got this massive pivot front door with all of the wood paneling and this huge door handle right here. Now, another thing that I want to point out is that throughout this entire home, we actually have photography by Peter Lik himself, and the photography is spectacular. If you've never heard of Peter Lik, he is a world-famous, world-renowned photographer, and he's definitely somebody that you should look up because he has broken actual records of selling the most expensive photography ever sold. Okay, so as soon as we actually walk through the front door, we have this beautiful piece right in front of us, and I have no idea where he took that photograph, but it is absolutely gorgeous and just a statement. So I want to take everybody over into the kitchen really quick, and I want to point out that we talked in the beginning of the video about Jewel Homes. Now, with Jewel Homes as the developer, they actually put a jewel in every one of their homes. So the first thing that I want to point out is that this slab right here of Carrara marble is actually the jewel of this particular home. This is actually a 20,000 pound Carrara marble slab imported directly from Italy, and this is in its natural form. So basically, normally, you'd have a thinner countertop, almost like you see the granite right here. And they would cut a bunch of actual countertops from a slab like this. But instead of them cutting a regular countertop from the slab, they actually brought in the entire slab and put it right here. And then they overlaid the granite on top of that, extended this island all the way down here to the very end, and then you have the waterfall edge, which is just gorgeous. So that's something that I've personally never seen in a home ever, an entire slab of Carrara marble. Now, right here, we obviously have the sink. To the left of the sink, we have the dishwasher. And right here, we will have a refrigerator. As some of you may or may not know, refrigerators are on back order, but this will be a beautiful built-in refrigerator inside of walnut cabinetry, and everything is going to be Wolf and Sub-Zero. So right here to the left of the refrigerator, we have a beautiful Wolf gas stove, and then we have all of this beautiful granite countertop. And one of the things that I love about the granite countertops is that we don't actually have any of the power outlets in the walls or in the drywall behind, or in the backsplash at all. All of the power outlets and everything are built into the countertops, which I think is a really neat feature because it leaves everything really clean. And the architecture of this house is really clean lines. And so if we started to put a bunch of stuff in the backsplash and we had cabinets and everything like that, it would almost clutter it a little bit. It wouldn't be quite as clean. So I want to go ahead and make our way over here a little bit. As we walk over here to the edge of the kitchen, we have this beautiful horizontal steel frame window, which we talked about a little bit when we were in the courtyard. And then right below, we have a microwave drawer. As you know, it pulls in, pulls out. And then off to the left over here, we actually have another refrigerator, and this could be for, really whatever. You could put wine in there, you could put drinks, soft drinks, whatever your heart desires. Now, one other thing that I do want to point out in this home is that we actually have restoration hardware lighting fixtures throughout the entire home. So all of these lighting fixtures here are actually restoration hardware. The lighting fixture above the dining room table is restoration hardware. And it's something that I'll actually show you in a little while, later on in the tour, some other really cool restoration hardware light fixtures that are in this home. So I want to go ahead and make our way over into the master bedroom. So why don't you follow me over here? So as we walk into the primary bedroom, the first thing that I notice is the amazing teak flooring throughout the entire primary. Now, another thing that we want to notice right away is that we actually have two pocket doors in the primary. We've got one facing in that direction, directly in front of me, and then another facing this direction off to my right here. So if we were to open both of them up, put them all the way into their pockets, we actually have an elevation where it's smooth all the way out to the pool, and we have the entire corner completely opened up to the exterior of the property, which I absolutely love. Now, another thing I want to point out with this pocket door right here is I actually have this remote in my hand. Now, this is something unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I'm going to show you right now. This is actually a wood paneling, steel framed, sliding privacy shade that actually covers this entire pocket door directly in front of us. So say there's a day where maybe you don't want as much natural light or you just want more privacy, you can actually click this button, and not only does it give you the privacy and the shade on the interior of the home, but it looks beautiful on the exterior of the home because it matches all that exterior wood paneling that we've already seen throughout the entire property. Now, another thing that I want to point out very quickly is that you notice that we do not have a TV in here. However, we do actually have a TV in here, and it comes down from the ceiling. So with the click of a button, I'm able to go ahead and put the TV down. The TV will go all the way down, and then it will actually, the TV itself on the panel that drops down will actually slide down. That way it's at a better position when you're laying in bed, so you're not looking directly up at the TV. So we can notice it's actually sliding down right now, which I think is a really cool feature because not everybody's gonna want a TV or a TV stand or whatever the case is. You're gonna wanna enjoy the natural light and you're gonna wanna enjoy the indoor-outdoor experience, but you still have the TV if you need it. So right behind the actual bed itself, we have this beautiful accent wall, and it's all that same wood paneling that we saw a little while ago. Now, right off to the left, we have a floor-to-ceiling window, which provides a ton of natural light. Now, one thing that I wanna point out right away is the shower, okay? As you can tell right now, we cannot see into the actual shower itself, and it is a massive shower. We have all matte black hardware. Now, if I flip a switch right here, we're gonna go from a privacy glass to a see-through glass. Now, I'm gonna do that one more time, because that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, what I love about that shower is not only is that glass really expensive, but maybe there's a day where you wanna be in private taking a shower, whatever the case is, you have the ability to do just that. Now, the marble in the shower is actually called Thasos marble, and we're gonna see that same marble on the vanity here in just a minute. But one of the things I want to point out is in that shower, we have that Thassos marble going all the way up, floor to ceiling, and even on the ceiling. But to the right of the Thassos, we have that same wood paneling coming from that accent wall behind that bed. And to the left of that marble, we have a floor to ceiling window giving you natural light in the actual shower. Now, I want to go ahead and point out that right here we have this kind of bathtub, which I love. And I love how they kind of put it into this like wooden box, and you've got all of that same paneling on the bathtub. Now, right over here we have this same Thassos marble. It's actually a floating vanity, beautiful. Thassos is actually the highest grade marble that you can get, and it's actually like this matte look, and it looks really cool in real life. And also we have all of that recessed lighting down below with all of the matte black finishes. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to take everybody right over here. This is actually where the commode's at, and we have a really awesome accent wall there as well. Now, I love the closet, okay? So I want to make sure that we get a couple of close-ups of the closet. We have all the exposed shelving in here, and we have all the recessed lighting on every single shelf. So we've got a shelf here, a shelf there, and then a shelf over here around the corner. And then the entire back of the closet is all big doors that can be opened up. And you've got multiple layers of shelving, and each one has LED lighting throughout. So I can open each individual cabinet, and I'm gonna have LED lighting in every single one. So the closet is extremely well lit and is beautiful and very spacious, and we actually have a beautiful built-in mirror off to the right over there. So I wanna go ahead and take everybody into a different wing of the property really quick. So let's just go ahead and follow me over here. So I want to go ahead and take everybody back over kind of where we started to begin with. So obviously we have our front door right here to the right, and right off to the side of the front door, we actually have an exposed steel staircase, which is just gorgeous, with an accent wall right behind it. And all the way up at the top, we actually have some restoration hardware lights and lighting all the way up the staircase. Now, what I love about this particular staircase is notice the attention to detail. Look at how they connected the glass panels from the ceiling with the L brackets into the actual stairs themselves all the way up. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, and I think it's a statement for the entire house and really this room in general. So as we kind of make our way back over here, like we talked about on the front of the property, here's our floor to ceiling glass windows kind of going in the corner, looking out with that wood paneling giving you that privacy out front. Now, off to the right over here, we actually have a steel bookshelf which goes perfectly with that staircase that we just talked about. And they have got wood and nice decor on there right now. And that accents perfectly with this fireplace right here, the stone fireplace. And I love what they did there. And it really is part of the architecture that we see in this particular home. Furniture looks beautiful in here. Another Peter Lik photograph, okay? We're gonna see Peter Lik photographs throughout the entire home. These photographs are beautiful. This thing is massive. It's actually hanging from the ceiling, and the fact that that is a photograph and not a painting blows me away. Every time I see one of his photographs, I'm like, holy cow. They are just beautiful. They are incredible. So right here, very similar to the master bedroom, we've got actually pocket doors that meet at the corner. So we could actually open these all the way up, and our elevation going from interior to exterior living space is perfectly level. So we have that indoor-outdoor vibe, okay? This is a beautiful living room. I love all the natural light that we get in here, but I want to go ahead and take everybody to the other wing of the property where we actually have multiple ensuite bedrooms, and there's some really cool features that I want to point out over there. So why don't you come follow me over here? So on the way over to the other wing of the property, one thing that I want to point out really quick is this massive photograph, again, by Peter Lik. And when you look at this, he actually had this printed on 4 separate glass panels. And the color of this photograph is ridiculous. The fact, again, that that's not a painting completely blows me away. So again, if you haven't looked at Peter Lik's work, definitely check it out. But let's go ahead and make our way. As you can tell on the back side of this refrigerator, we have all of the walnut that actually carries on the back side, which again gives it that really cool accent type of look. Now, right here, we've got a pantry off on our left. We've got a bedroom right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys in here for just a minute. We've got our bed situated right to the left when you first walk in. We've got 3 Peter Lik photographs in here, all of airplanes, which are all beautiful. We've got a nice little seating area to give you perspective as to how big the actual bedroom is. And then we actually have a pocket door. So again, in this house, every single slider in the entire home goes into the wall. They're all pocket sliders, which is not cheap. So we've got a ton of privacy out here. We actually have a really cool little sitting area with all of our desert landscape. Now, I want to point out as we walk into this shower bathroom area, this is a gorgeous shower, a gorgeous bathroom. One of the first things that I notice when I come in here is that the vanity where the actual sink sits on, the granite floating vanity actually extends all the way in to the shower, which is a really cool touch, and I actually have not really seen that before. So we've got floor to ceiling tile, backsplash all the way up, accents very beautifully. Walk in, we've got all of our matte black fixtures, and again, this vanity goes all the way from this wall to that wall, which is not something I see every day. Now I want to point out a random feature in the bathroom, okay? Now this is super random, and we'll get a close-up, but the actual toilet paper holder is actually in a steel casing right here, and it's very unique. I've never seen anything like that before, and I just had to point that out. And then right behind the commode here, we actually have the accent tile wall. So let's go ahead and make our way back out of this door over here, and we're gonna go ahead and hang a right here. And right actually as we come in off to the oversized 3-car garage, you actually have a powder room right here, which is one of our 2 half bathrooms that we're going to actually see. Now, what I want to point out in here is the beautiful texturing that they have on the walls in here, and it almost gives it like that concrete, like rustic type of vibe. And right off to the left, actually, they have another accent wall with all of the wood paneling, but it's a different wood paneling than we've seen throughout the rest of the home. And we have all of that recessed lighting shining that direction to really light up this half bathroom. Now, another thing I love, and I want to point out in here really quick, is the wood paneling with this steel, and you actually have this kind of mirror in between. So you've got wood paneling, steel frame, mirror, steel frame, wood paneling, and a beautiful sink and everything of the sort. So let's go ahead and make our way over here. Off to the right, you'll notice another Peter Lik photograph. Just gorgeous, okay? Now off to the left, we have 4 Whirlpool washer and dryers, okay? So you can do all of your laundry. Now, another really cool thing that we have is at the very end here, we have all of our granite countertops, same thing that we saw out in the kitchen. We have our sink, and then we have a window that gives a ton of natural light. We can look out as we're doing our laundry. We have all of our walnut cabinetry right there. And then back off to the left, we actually have 2 more bedrooms, and they each have an ensuite, okay? So let's go ahead and go into the first one. And again, we've got Peter Lik photography everywhere throughout the entire bedroom. Our bed's situated right when we walk in. Another little seating area, pocket sliding glass door. As we can tell, we've got all of our wood paneling again right here, our wood paneling here. And this bathroom is beautiful. So we see that same granite countertop floating. We've got our wood paneling carrying through into here, all of our matte black finishes. And this exposed stone is that same stone that we actually saw in that living room that we toured just a couple of minutes ago. So I love that they carry that into this bedroom, and the little details are what I notice when I tour a home. So if we can actually get a shot in a minute of this over here, we actually have the wood paneling is sticking out a little bit from the wall, and we've got the stone actually going behind this paneling right here with LED lights actually shining out. And that is a beautiful touch. And the details like that are when you really notice that it was a Peter Lik designed home, because he thought of these little bitty details that maybe everybody would not notice that I personally love. We've got a closet right here to our right. Now let's go ahead and check out this final bedroom down here, and then there is one more thing I want to show you. There's a loft that I'm going to show you here in just a couple of minutes, and it is a beautiful loft. So this is the bedroom at the end of the hall. Now this is a very big bedroom. We've got our bed situated right when you walk in. It's a big enough bedroom to the point where we actually have a full couch right here, full seating area, and then of course we have our sliding pocket door. Now I love what they did with this bathroom down here. It's a little bit different than what we saw in all of the other bathrooms. I feel like each one is a little bit unique. So we've got all of our wood, and then off to the right, connected to this, we have our Thassos marble with the built-in sink, which is really cool. It's almost like one big brick of that Thassos marble, which is just gorgeous, okay? Now, we have all of our tile, floor to ceiling, and of course, that tile carries all the way over by the vanity, all the way into the shower, and wraps all the way around over here. And you've got your glass panel, so you can walk in, walk out. And then we actually have a very big closet over here off to the left. So let's go ahead, and I want to take everybody back all the way over by that front door where we were just a minute ago. And we're actually going to go up those stairs that we were talking about, and I'm going to show you a beautiful loft area here in just a second. Follow me. So as we walk up these beautiful stairs right here, one of the first things that I want to point out is that beautiful restoration hardware light fixture right there, right in the corner with that floor to ceiling window like we talked about a little while ago. You do have that wood paneling going all the way up to the ceiling over there, which is right next to the stairway, which I love. And we have that reclaimed teak flooring that we saw in that primary bedroom. Another thing that we have up here that we saw in the primary bedroom is these wooden slats with the steel on the electric motor that completely open and shut to give you that privacy. Right over here we have a half bath, and this is our second half bath. We saw the other one downstairs by the garage, and I love this half bath. I think it's beautiful. You've got the floating granite, you've got that wood paneling accent wall, you've got all of the black hardware, and it's just a very simple yet very elegant bathroom. So this is a really cool loft area. You have the glass surrounding, you've got all the matte black fixtures, beautiful light fixtures. You actually have another light fixture over here, which I did point out a little while ago, but I wanted to point it out one more time. Like, that is the attention to detail that we're talking about, right? A light fixture in between this wood paneling wall and the drywall over here. It's just, they went the extra mile. You know, Peter Lik went that extra mile when designing the home, and I think that is what makes this home so spectacular, so amazing. So let's go ahead and go back downstairs, and we're gonna go check out the backyard. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you into the backyard, and we're back here in the living room where both of these doors completely open. They go all the way over there into the pocket. But I just wanna walk out here and just touch very briefly on the backyard. It is an extremely nice backyard. We've got all of the travertine landscape. We have that same elevation walking from the indoor to the outdoor. So we have that total indoor-outdoor kind of vibe. And I love what they did here with this steel beam. So this is a ginormous piece of steel that actually goes up, and I really like the way that they incorporated it into the architecture of the home, but it actually goes up and supports the structure of that second story loft area, which we were talking about just a little while ago, but I think they pulled it off perfectly, and I think it actually looks amazing. Now, we actually have another really cool structure over here, which we saw in the front courtyard area as well, which I think would look just beautiful at night. Now, this is a very long swimming pool. It could almost be used as a lap pool, and we've got the beautiful spa jacuzzi over there with that gas fireplace. And then we have the grill all the way off to the other end, so you can grill, hang out. We've got that nice kind of built-in look. And then this is what I was talking about a little while ago, guys, okay? So this is that wood paneling that opens and closes. That is the master bedroom right there. We do have it again up top over there by that loft area, which we'll show you. And that looks really cool. See, you know, when you think about what are the options of getting the privacy and getting the shade, and you've got the option of doing like the pull up, pull down, or even the remote control ones that go up and down, there is no question that that is superior to all of that, right? It just looks incredible. It makes me feel like I'm at like a Nobu resort or something to that effect. So, and obviously we have the steel casing around the entire thing, which adds just a ton of character to the exterior of the property. So this walkway actually leads back around over to the garage doors, and that is pretty much it for the backyard. We have all the desert landscape. So let's go ahead and take everybody back inside for just a minute before we wrap up. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching this amazing house tour. I'm so grateful that we're able to do this. And thank you again to the listing agents. Thank you to the developers and to everybody for letting us tour this spectacular home designed by, again, the world famous photographer, Peter Lik. Definitely go check out his work. Check out his photography. It is just gorgeous. Thanks so much. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would smash the subscribe button. I would love to make a lot more house tours just like this one. Like the video, comment down below, and if you have a house that you want us to tour, definitely go ahead and shoot us an email. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.